So a couple of days ago, the NFL schedule released, and I'm gonna review some of the marquee matchups, talk about the schedule release videos that I saw. I was gonna look through all of them and rank them, and I was kind of just got sick of it after a while. So we'll start with Arizona, who the one game I wanna they have like a really tough road schedule, like an unusually tough at Buffalo playoff team, at San Francisco playoff team, at Green Bay playoff team, at Miami probable playoff team, at Seattle could be a playoff team, at Minnesota and at Carolina, at Rams previous playoff team. That's a tough ass schedule for Arizona. Atlanta had I saw Atlanta's whatever schedule release video. They had two. They had one where they did one of those day in the life, and it was terrible. This is terrible. One of the worst schedule release videos I saw. And then they did their Atlanta street stuff, which was actually really cool. So, but I feel like it was out of order. Like they had Philly, like feel like later, but they play Philly Monday Night Football week 2. So I don't know. Baltimore goes Kansas City week 1. That's the kickoff game. That's gonna be a great kickoff game. Buffalo, Buffalo. They play actually. They play four primetime games in what the first 6 weeks at Miami, Jacksonville, Baltimore, and the Jets. And they also have another one too. Carolina plays no primetime games is kind of insane. Do they play Houston at all or like anything? Because I guess that could have been one and probably more favored for last year. No, they don't. But they do play the Giants in Germany, which is kind of like for an international game is whatever. I get the storylines more if they played it at like a regular game with Brian Burns returns or not. Yeah, it would have been a Carolina home game, so Brian Burns returns. But in Germany, it's like kind of whatever. Chicago, the Houston game is gonna be sick. That's like, is that Sunday night? Yeah, it is. All right, that's a sick one. And then Jacksonville, that's also a sick international game, probably the best one they got. Cincinnati going to Kansas City. Cincinnati going to Kansas City week 2. That's a sick matchup. They have what, 3 primetime games? Oh, they have a lot. Oh wait, hold up. One, two, three, 4, 5. Oh damn, they have 5 primetime games. Cleveland schedule release video was sick with the bowling, and they get Pete Weber doing it too. That was sick. Do they play any cool games? Not really. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe Miami week 17, but not really. Dallas play a lot of primetime games. I didn't really. Oh, their schedule release video was terrible. Oh, theirs was terrible with the. Actually, I don't want to say it's terrible. More mid. Like with the whatever that stupid trend is with like the FaceTiming, and they did it with celebrities and like former players. I guess it was okay. Denver's was sick. Denver had Lewis Hamilton eating foods from different cities, and that one was one of the best schedule release videos. They don't play it like Monday and Thursday night football versus New Orleans, and what is it? Cleveland Monday. I don't know. It's Denver schedule's not interesting. Detroit had Tim Robinson. I love Tim Robinson. Who else? Sam Richardson do it too. That one was funny. Detroit plays a lot of primetime games. What, one, two, three, four, five? Yeah, that makes sense. What, Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the Thanksgiving. Dallas Giants again. Dallas Giants. What was it? 20. It was not last year. It was the year before. It was like what, the most watched regular season game of all time. Running back Detroit Chicago, which I think it just be that every year. And then they got what, Green Bay Miami, which is on the next one. Green Bay has a Philly game. I'm interested to see. Like I know they have that whatever the weird thing with the, I guess not weird thing, the tradition where the stadium they're playing at they can't wear green because it's their rivals' colors. So I'd assume the Packers would wear white and the Eagles would wear black. But I don't know if it applies to any green on the jersey, so that's kind of like I don't know what they're gonna do about that. But they have that Philly game, and then they don't play a primetime game. Green Bay just made the playoffs. They don't play a primetime game until they play till Detroit, and then they play 3 in a row. Kind of crazy. Week 14. Thanksgiving slate is kind of stacked. I mean, I don't know how Giants Cowboys both games were so bad last year, but if the Giants kind of come back, that's actually a stacked Thanksgiving slate. Houston, Houston, they gave what? How many? Oh, they gave them a lot. Christmas. Oh, Houston. I forgot about the Christmas games. So Houston, Baltimore, and then whatever. Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Pittsburgh, Kansas City is kind of an L one. I don't know. I think that game's gonna be good. Houston, Baltimore for a Christmas game is sick. But what? One, two, three, four, 5 primetime games. That's great. 2 Sunday night games too for Detroit and Chicago. They did Houston's schedule right. Indianapolis, I don't know. They don't really care. They get a Sunday night game at the Jets. Jacksonville at Buffalo, at Miami, Cleveland, at Houston. That's kind of a tough 4 game stretch. They got 2 international games in a row, which is shitty. Versus Chicago, versus New England, at Philly to Kansas City. Starts off. That is a rough 4 game schedule. That is Baltimore, Cincinnati, both at home at least, at Atlanta, and then at LA, depending on how the Chargers are, I guess. And then they have to get their bye before San Francisco, which is kind of great for them. Vegas, no, wow, nope. One prime game Monday night versus Atlanta. Rams, what was the Rams schedule video? They did something good. Oh, I forgot it. I don't remember what they did, but they got Sunday Night Football at Detroit week 1. It's actually kind of lit. Minnesota, they got a lot of primetime, 5 primetime games for the Rams. LA ran back. I thought they didn't run back anime, but they ran The Sims, and it was absolutely hilarious. That was easily the best schedule. They knock it out of the park every year. I love the Chargers schedule release videos. 3 primetime games only. 2 Mondays versus no wait, I'm looking at. Yeah, 2 Mondays versus at Arizona plays a primetime game. Baltimore, and then Sunday night Kansas City. Miami, not as much primetime games. I'm trying to look for some cool matchups in here, but their schedule release video was good too, with just having it be really fast. It fits the team and everything. People hated it, I saw, but I thought it was really good. Minnesota at the Giants week 1. That's a game I'm trying to go to, but I don't know. It's probably gonna be expensive. Jets, that's a good international game. We'll see how J.J. McCarthy does at the start. Goes at the Giants. That's a good defense. And then San Francisco, Houston, and Green Bay. And the Jets. That's tough. And then Detroit, the Rams. That is a tough schedule. Oh, my God. New England, I don't know. I don't really have much to talk about with New England's schedule. New Orleans, same. Giants, their schedule, I mean, they have a lot more primetime games than I thought, which is 3, and a Thanksgiving and an international game. So the Giants are kind of getting a lot of TV exposure. Jets, 6 primetime games for a team who just won 7 games is kind of ridiculous. I get it. I mean, at San Francisco, sure. That's fine Monday night. Thursday night football here. And international game, too. Buffalo, that's a lot. It's just a lot. Philly, obviously, we talked about the Green Bay game. They have a really early bye week, too. But at Cincinnati, that's going to be a good game. Pittsburgh, I start off with 4 out of 4 road games. A lot of road games to start. Oh, I want to backtrack here. See, and the Giants had the worst schedule. I want to backtrack here. The Giants had the worst schedule release video. They just went around asking people what they thought of, like, try to do something meta or something. I don't know. It was like having people, like, say, like, oh, what do you think of schedule release videos? Having one of those interviews, and it was terrible. That one was terrible. I forget any day I saw. I don't remember. San Francisco, I'm actually very interested in the schedule. So first the Jets and at Minnesota, at LA. Seattle Thursday night, Dallas Sunday night, Buffalo at Buffalo is a great game, at Green Bay too. Detroit Monday Night Football here. That's a top Monday Night Football game. Seattle at Detroit Monday night, San Francisco Thursday night, Green Bay. They got 4 primetime games. Tampa Bay, anything cool here? At Detroit, at Atlanta, at KC, Baltimore, at Dallas. That's a tough schedule. At the Rams or Chargers. Tennessee ran back their the interviews where they guessed the team name. It wasn't as funny as last year, but it was really funny. Tennessee, I don't really care. Like some of these mid teams, I really don't care about the schedule. Like I'm trying to look at marquee matchups. Like I'll make predictions back all the way in late August, September. Washington again, it's Washington's schedule. Whatever. I mean that's the schedule. I just kind of wanted to just go through it real quick. Thanks you guys for watching. Go or join the Discord server.